champagne.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to see everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Hello, 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 my loves. I hope y'all are doing well. What's the tea? What's the Tuesday tea tonight, honey? Give me. I want to hear some mess. So, give me some mess, honey. Where's the mess? I want to hear some mess. Give me some messy tea about some boys, girl. I want to know. I want to know what these boys are doing, honey. And if you've been messy, I want to hear about it tonight. You hear me? Risa Tisa is all the mess. No, girl, I'm tired of hearing that name. I want to hear about your mess. Okay, I'm getting some mess. I'm getting some mess. Someone said on IG, I have a huge crush on my chiropractor. I know that's right, girl. So what are you going to do about it? That's the question. What are you going to do about it? Crack, snapple, pop, honey. What are you going to do about it? I want to know the mess. I want to know how messy y'all are getting, honey. What's the tea? Someone said, please read my email. Oh, girl, I don't read emails, girl. I don't read emails, unfortunately. I don't read DMs. I don't. Cookie Cake said, LMAFO. Don't keep it professional for now, girl. Don't come up here talking about you have a crush on your chiropractor and then say, oh, no, I'm not going to do anything about it. That's not what we do here. That's not what we do here. Yeah? All right. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Coach Anwar White. I am a dating coach for Black and brown women. And I am here to, help you level up your love life. So, in the chat, you can, we're going to talk about love, relationships, men or women, dating. Put your questions in the chat and I will answer them in the order that I see them. Okay? And if I say something that Dulcie said, no DMs or emails, and you ain't send Anwar no coin. I know the girls just say, oh, can you give me some coaching on this? And I'm like, girl, you're not my client. I have so many clients right now. This is why I literally go ahead and do these lives and have the podcast so that I can, help the girls, right? In the way that is helpful for you. Barbells and Stiletto said, go ahead and book that consultation call. I signed up last Thursday and I've already had huge change in myself as well as in my love life. Yes, girl. Love that. Yeah. Okay, let me see what y'all are talking about. All right, I'm getting a lot of haze. No shade, honey. I'm not going to skip the haze, but I'm going to say one big hey to everyone who said hey. Yeah? Hope y'all are doing well. What's the tea? And if I say anything that you are living for or that you're gagging on, tap, double tap, triple tap the screen, honey. We're going to run the likes up, girl. And that's just what the tea's going to be about. Yeah? Monica said, so nice to see you. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Like I was saying before, I want to know mess. I want to know what y'all are getting into. Because 2024 is about the plot. You got to do it for the plot, honey. No shade, but some of our love lives are getting real boring. So we're going to have to liven it up, honey. You hear me? In my element, Blue said, love your dating advice. Thank you, girl. Medusa said, got a first date tomorrow for Boba, but he left me on scene all day today. Girl, let him. He'll come back to you. Black and Tie said, yay, Fairy Anwar. I know that's right, girl, but don't call me Fairy Anwar again. Feels homophobic to me. Ellie said, these men are broke. They are. But it's also because we're living in a recession. It's a quiet recession, but it's a recession nonetheless, honey. So the gag is that these guys are not going to be taking you out as much as they used to or were before, right? So a lot of men, and this is why I'm telling all of my girls that we're going to go outside, because these men will play with you in the apps and want to kick it and hang out on the apps and text for weeks on end and not take you out. So, but the ladies in my program, we got a job to do. Yeah? The People's Doc said Christian men trying to hit after the purity conference. I know. None of those Christian men are pure. No shade. Girl, they're the worst of the worst. And and the veil is the Bible. Horn dogs. Sigma said, I want to book a session. Well, girl, if you want to book a consultation call, go to the link in my bio and book it. But let me tell you, that is for women that want to work professionally with me. I'm not going to kiki with you. My boundaries are very tight when it comes to that. If I talk to everybody, I would have 50 consultations a day. And I love y'all to death, but I don't have the time. I got my clients, I got my family. Girl, I got 3 kids. And I know with this body, you would never think it, honey. She snapped back. But honey, I got kids, honey. I got half a Brady Bunch up in here. Yeah? So she has things to do. Don't play with me in my time, girl. You want a kiki? Come in here. Talk your shit here, girl. But what we're not going to do is book a consultation so that you're going to talk to me and then not even have any interest in working with me. Just using me, girl. Used and abused, honey. Yeah? What is going on with my phone? It's freaking out. Okay. Thank y'all so much for the 10,000 likes already. Y'all are already doing the damn thing, honey. TikTok still has me in jail, girl. Even if my last video got, like, almost 300,000 views, please understand that, like, my average is a much more than that. Like, I only have, like, 500 people here on the live. Usually that's, like, 1,100, 1,200. So please understand I'm still in jail, honey. Give us free. Hannah, yeah, said, love your podcast. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Bellatrix said, you still a black creator. Girl, don't make me don't put on a different face, girl. Let me see what you girls are talking about. Healer said, I'm ready to date women. Forget the men. I've been holding back. No shade, girl. You might have to do it. And you know why? And quiet as it's kept, girl. We're all family here. Some of us have had our lazy moments, honey. We've gone into it, honey. And that's okay. Do what you must. Girls gotta eat. Jadakin said, what do you think about guys that go out a lot? What is going on here? I think that they're promoters and they're promoting themselves. Men that are ready to marry don't go out a lot. They don't. They're at home working on their side business. They're at home working on the homes that they've just purchased and doing the work by themselves. They don't go out a lot. That's what I think about it. Lil Pretty Lulu said, I got you. Guy on Bumble decided he no longer wanted to chat or meet because I didn't respond on B-Day. Okay, that's a little bit of mess. I want real mess, girl. Yeah. Nicole said, how can I date as a single mom? My baby always comes first. That's the shade. The shade is you gotta come first. So you need to start doing that and filling into your cup first so that you can give to other people. As someone who is also a parent and who's been there, oftentimes as parents, we can lose our entire identity. Right now, it sounds like you wearing that mom hat, and you got to take that mom hat off and also put that woman hat on occasion. Yeah? Chrissy said, as soon as I started watching Two Can Play That Game, you started a live. Girl, the Lord works in mysterious ways, girl. Girl, she's putting you on game, girl, and I am too, girl. Me and Vivica, girl, we trying to help you out, sweetie. Lips emoji said, we appreciate you. Thank you, girl. Sippy said, what are your rates? If you book a consultation call, I have all of the like courses and programs and all of like the different, there's like different payment plans, different prices. The other thing is like when if you do the consultation call, that's why I say if you're ready, great, because after that, I like on the call, I give a fast action discount. If you're not able to like purchase the program in those couple of days, the price goes up to the regular price, which is $1,000 to $3,000 more. So please, if you book a call, be ready, honey. Someone's asking about Ghanaian men. Girl. Well, here's what I will say. They are not as bad as the Nigerians. No shade, girl. Purple Curl said, what do you think about the league? Girl, I think the league, those guys aren't really checking for you. It's not a place that I recommend. I rated apps last year. I think it was on my no grade list. That's how bad it was. Well, maybe you weren't that girl, but for the girls that were real messy first semester, fall semester, freshman year, and you were out in the frats and the parties too much, and maybe it was that one class that was at 8 a.m. that you never got to, that you got a lower grade on, and maybe you got a no grade that you had to go pass, no pass, pass, fail on. Yeah, girl, that's the league, girl. It's a fail. Yeah. Meg said, what's your opinion on being friends with an ex? Well, it depends on why he's an ex. The same reason why he's an ex is probably the same reason why you don't want to be friends with him. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, Mikhail said, my man has 2 kids. My parents may not like that. What should I do? I'm 28. He's 32. Well, I don't care what your parents think. And the fact that you're saying that lets me know that we might be dating for other people and not ourselves. Is he a good father? That's the question. 32 with 2 kids? It's not crazy. Now, if you tell me he's 32 with 2 kids and 3 babies mamas, then that's crazy, girl. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. I don't care about your parents. I care about what you think and how he treats you. Yeah? Oh my God. What is really going on here? Girl. Why is everyone asking me about Resa Tessa? Girl, I don't care about that. I'm not interested. And that's no shade. It's just like, she's had an experience that many people have had, right? I literally go through that each and every day. I feel bad for her. I'm sorry for her. I hope she's learned from that experience. But, girl, no shade. I want you to focus on yourself. You listen to her love life. Girl, get your own love life. Yeah? Luna Sky said, hi from Oxnard. Hey, girl. You know I'm from Oxnard too, girl. Ventura County, represent Southern Cal. So, that's the takeaway. That's what I think about that viral thing. Get your own love life so you're not so invested in that one. Cami said, am I happily married to a white man living a soft life? Yes. Do I still watch your videos? Yes. I know that's right, girl. Katva said, what differences do you see in young people in their late 20s and early 30s dating? The differences between late 20s and early 30s? Well, here's the thing. Men will have their second puberty between the ages of 30 and 33. This is where they have a little bit of a biological clock. This is where they will gain another 10 to 15 pounds. This is where their testosterone will start to decrease a little bit. And the thing is, when testosterone decreases a little bit, this is where men are going to be more apt to fall in love. So this is why I don't really have clients that are younger than 26, because the men are going to be wildly unserious. It's like educated guys are not going to be ready to settle down until the age of 32, and that's been backed by research. Now, if he's uneducated, he'll be ready to marry by 26. Yeah. So that's why I work with who I work with. So late 20s, I think we're still in like training day, as Denzel Washington would say. Early 30s, that's when we start to get serious. Max said, thoughts on the match group lawsuit. I think that I'm glad that it's coming about. I think that they've overstepped, especially with Hinge. I think Hinge has been very unethical. And from what I hear, they are rolling that back. Yeah, so I'm happy about that. Okay. Annette said, I have a crush on my professor. Okay, this is some mess that I want to hear. I want to hear about this kind of mess. Did anyone ever have a crush on their professor? And if so, did you do anything about it to get that A? No shade. Just kidding. 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 Okay. Um, Adora Dairy said, I need a plot. Girl, you got to make your own plot. Literally, tonight, I was talking and teaching my clients how to get into their main character energy so that you get a plot. Yeah. Hannah, yeah, said I'm the wrong girl to tell to do it for the plot. Why, girl? Why, girl? We want to know. Cat24K said, Anwar, are coffee dates okay? They're great. They're great. I love them. You better get into them, honey. Especially if you want someone that's a little bit more solid, meaning more stable. A lot of the wealthier and rich guys will do a coffee date first because they're not going to really lean in and like invest in you until they know that there's going to be a great return. So you want to lean into the coffee dates. Okay, Cookie said, Bessie, what's the tea on approaching my chiropractor? I'm begging. Girl. So you're gonna have to okay, when he's working on you, don't do anything while the work is happening. Your tea is before or afterward. But also you gotta check this. Yeah? Sometimes because he's working, it'll be like this. But you gotta check to see if there's do you see there's like a little white ring because I keep my rings on because I'm faithful, right? You'll generally see this with the married guys. Sometimes the girls are like, oh, he doesn't have a ring on. But girl, does he have the ring tan? Does he have the ring tan? I have a little bit of a ring tan, right? Do you see it goes a little bit inner too? It goes in right here because of the ring, honey. Because my husband has me in a chokehold, honey, in this marriage, honey, girl. And I love it. But you want to check for that first and foremost, girl, because what we're not going to do is break up happy homes. Number two, we want to talk to him before or after the session. Okay. Your mom said, is a gym crush a bad move? No, girl. Not at all. Not at all, girl. But you just got to make sure that he's able. Depends, girl. How much is he able to lift? Now, if he's doing those 15-pounders, girl, that's a bad move, girl. If he's giving you 100, 150, girl, that's a good move, girl. You want to make sure that he can pick you up. Vanessa says, Anwar, since you mentioned looking at a man's nose and thumbs, I've been checking. As you should. Girls got to eat. And, you know, all that tea. So I'm happy about that for you, girl. With more knowledge comes more power. Harmony said, I quit my job and he asked me out to dinner right after. He's been amazing. Good girl. I love that for you. I don't even know how to pronounce this name. Oh. Lloyd Alien, you're so smart. I could listen to you talk all day. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. And thank you all so much for the 27,000 likes up in here. Nay's Comedy said, what dating app is best for black women in 2024? Like I did in my last video, check that out. Honey, we're not doing apps for the first 6 months of this year. We're not leaning into those. At least that's my recommendation. Yeah. Sandy said, got a first date this weekend. The man invited me to a nice place. Met him on Bumble. Good girl. Have fun. Report back, girl. We're nosy. Ayan said it's hard dating in Seattle as a black woman. Every guy wants to date a white or Asian girl. Any advice? I just had a client get with a black engineer in Seattle, girl. Keep on rocking it out, girl. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Consistency is key, and you're going to need to be consistent for 6 straight months to find your guy. There can't be any starting or stopping. That has been my experience with the Seattle market. Yeah? Stay at home widow said, Anwar, hi, I love you. Sending love to you too. Timmy said, please talk about insecure men and how they won't be happy for you if it doesn't involve them. Girl, apparently you just told all the tea. I don't have anything else to say. Insecure men won't be happy for you if it doesn't involve them. That's it. That's the story. Influence Style said, did you watch Love is Blind? We need your thoughts. I started watching it with my partner. You know, he's into it more than I am now, girl. Because, you know, girl, it's a gag. It's a gag. It's so messy. My thoughts. I'm not all the way caught up. Give me like another week, girl. Yeah, give me like 2 weeks because I'm going to a client's wedding this weekend. I'm in the rehearsal dinner on Friday, and then the wedding's happening on Saturday. So I'm going to New Orleans this weekend. So I'm going to be out of pocket for a little bit. Jaleesa said, double tap the live, girl. Double, triple tap, girl. Get your carpal tunnel on, honey. SG said, 2 months in and I have a weird gut feeling even though he reassures me. What do you think is going to happen? What's the gut feeling, girl? Because we can't ignore our gut. Dee Dee said, what's the tea with men with their midlife? You mean their crisis, girl? Well, the gag is, well, first of all, you have to understand that a midlife for a man is 35 years old, because men are dying at 70. Especially if they're men of color, girl. So please understand that, like, midlife is 30, 35 to 45, girl. Yeah? Girl, what happens is they realize, I haven't done shit with my life, and I have no legacy. And so there's huge disappointment and depression. And so for like 6 months, they're going to act a fool to, you know, pretend like they're living, and then they're going to get back to business. A lot of these guys are, like, not as serious as you may think. So, like, that's why, like, girl, if you're in your older 30s, sometimes you might have to give these 32, 33-year-olds a chance, honey. Don't act brand new. You hear me? If he's coming correct, girl, don't. Sometimes these girls are like, oh my God, he's like a little boy. Like, it's like a little brother. No, girl. That man is 32, 33. And if he's stable and if he's doing everything that he needs to do, that's the only thing that matters. Because, girl, you're gagging, but here's the tea, girl. When you're 65 and he's 60, you're retired, girl, and he's still working. As you grow older, that age difference doesn't matter. Now, it mattered a lot when you were 10 and he was 5, but girl, it's not going to matter as much anymore. Fairy Charm said, advice on Japanese men. I'm in Japan right now and much older men keep approaching me. Girl, let them, girl. Girl, they, the Japanese men are freaks. Okay, these are the freakiest guys. And let me know in the chat if this has been your experience. And if you haven't experienced men, girl, live vicariously through the girls that are telling you all the tea, including me. Japanese men, kinks. Kinksters. Like, kinker McKinker. Yeah? Germans, kinks. Basically, anyone that was on, like, you know, anyone that was, like, on that side of the World War, the Germans, the Italians, the Japanese girl, kinky. I don't know, maybe something happened to the war, girl, I don't know. But, all kinky, girl. all kinky all the time. Yes, AP history. Yes, AP history. Yes, honey. Yes, God. That's the tea, honey. That's the tea. I don't know what to tell you. I've lived it, honey. I know it. I've kinked it, girl. Thought I wouldn't get out of it alive, girl, but I did. By the grace of God. Girl, I almost had to vogue it, girl. Girl, I almost had to vogue my cross, girl. Oh, Lord. Chris Dax said, where are we going, Anwar? A fan in the Bible Belt. Ooh, girl. Okay, so she's a Christian lady. Yeah. Where are we going? We're volunteering. If you want a Christian man, don't go to the church. The guys that go to the church most of them are married, right? And so the guys that are not married are generally older, and they're older and single for a reason. And it's not because they're widowed, it's because they're crazy and narcissistic. So we're not meeting men in the church. We're going to be volunteering. Yeah, that's where you're going to meet those real Christian men that are giving Jesus vibes. Not TD Jakes vibes. Okay. I'm off my soapbox, girl. I'm off my soapbox. Diana said, how to see get an emotionally blocked man? I don't know what you're asking. Miss Kyra, thank you so much for the team bracelet, girl. Kiss emoji said, they missed the ring tan. They too busy looking at the thumb. Girl, you got to look at the thumb and you got to look at that ring finger, girl. Ladybug said, what's the tea on South Asian men? Girl, the tea is not a teacup, girl. It's an espresso cup. That's that on that, honey. That's the tea on them. Julie said, I love your advice. It's so uplifting. Girl, I try, girl. And we get to have fun while we're doing this. Girl, sometimes it's so serious and there's all this back and forth. And it's like, oh my God, I'm so over it. Sometimes I be over my own shit, girl. No shade. No, girl. In all seriousness, I think that this work has to be uplifting. It has to be fun. It has to be, we need to learn, right? So many of us actually don't know as much as we need to. You got to be prepared, right? So for example, if some Indian guy comes to you, you got to know, like, is he packing? Is he not? Is he a mama's boy? Is he not? Is his family going to accept you? Are they not? 80% of the time they're not. No shade. Yeah. So you got to know that so that you can navigate this well and like not be surprised by all of the things that might come up, because there are things that will come up. Vanessa said, dating as a plus size, no lipo, girl, no cosmetic surgery, girl. Well, I guess that's an accomplishment. I guess a lot of girls are getting the lipo these days and the cosmetic surgery, which is totally fine. I always say that you got to love the people that are loving you. And so, and you already know that there are certain guys that will come for you, right? I often say, a lot of times the guys that are bigger, like curvier, plus size guys, are often the most toxic for plus size girls. The other thing that you want to be aware of is any of the guys that say anything about your body. This is different for a plus size girl than some other girl. Because he might say, oh, you're so beautiful. I love, I love how curvy you are in that dress. But for you, it's different, right? And this is no shade. I'm not coming for you. The experience is that they will think that they have potentially more ownership of your body because it is curvier. But they don't. So that's why our boundaries have to be in place, honey. In place. Adore Dairy said, I love Anwar's comeback shade. Of course, no shade, girl. Doesn't it work when if you say no shade at the end, it means no shade? Even if it is maybe a little shady? That's how I do it. So when you hear no shade, girl, it's like, you know, opposite day. 504 said rotational dating, yes or no? Yes, girl. I call it Olympic dating. Gold medalist, silver medalist, bronze medalist. You gotta have them both. That podium needs to be full, honey. Sam said, thoughts on men who test your integrity. How are men testing your integrity? That's what I want to know. Mariah said, Salt Lake City dating game advice. Well, it depends. Are you Mormon or not, girl? Because the answer is vastly different depending on what you're serving, who you're serving. Tiffy said, how do I approach Mississippi guys that are not black? I'm a black woman ready for vanilla. Girl, you gotta give them that green light, girl. You gotta talk to them. Now, I got family in Mississippi, and one of the things that I know is that segregation is real, girl. It's giving separate but equal in that state. You're gonna have to cross the color lines, honey. You're gonna have to be the Ruby Bridges of your love life. And you're gonna have to talk to these white men. Girl, you're gonna have to get your books, just like our girl Ruby, girl. Just like this, girl. And you're gonna have to walk over to those white men, honey, and you're gonna have to have a conversation. Lord Jesus, have mercy in heaven. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Yes, Harmony, during Black History Month. Yes, that. You said you came in here for love advice, and I'm also giving you Black history. Don't ever say I didn't do anything for you. You hear me? Oh, Lord. Yes, honey. You're welcome. Because guess what, girl? The schools are not teaching Black history, girl, so somebody's got to do it. And that somebody is me. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Honey, y'all need to pray for me, honey. Because you know what? I feel myself. They're trying to pull me down to hell, girl. They're trying to pull me down, girl. They're trying to pull me down, girl. Keep me, girl. Keep me up here, girl. Keep me up here, girl. Keep me going to heaven, girl. Yeah? Yes, honey, I need Jesus and much more. Yes, thoughts and prayers, girl. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers, girl. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Someone said I need a nap. I need more than a nap, girl. I need something, girl. Oh, Ruby. Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. But that's what you're going to have to do, girl. That's what you're going to have to do in Mississippi, girl. Chelsea said, we're not going with you. Yeah, girl. Stay here. Michelle said, by the way, Ruby Bridges is only 60. She's probably watching this live. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Ruby girl. Your inspiration lives with us today. Oh, man. Laura said, Anwar's on one tonight. I love it. Girl, I just, we get to have fun. My phrase for 2024, and I don't know if you guys have phrases for each year, is make it fun. Yeah, it's like life is so serious and can really bring you down. And girl, we got to make it fun. So that's what we're going to do, honey. Mia said, I don't watch lives, but I'm staying. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. Green tea goodies say your laugh is everything. Thank you, girl. I got best laugh in high school. And I was also most athletic, surprisingly enough. Y'all don't know this because I'm cute in my seat, honey, but I'm actually like 6'2", 6'3", and I was like captain of my varsity team and captain of my tennis team. I'm a big old jock. That's why I know so much about the boys, girl, because I would like listen in on those conversations in the locker room and know how they think, you know? Yes, honey. Ashlyn said, "This is why I love your lives." Because I'm a mess and you get to see someone deteriorating before your very eyes, girl. Oh my God. What about Indian men? Like I said before, Indian men actually really like black women. And no shade, but like a lot of the Indian women are actually darker than black women. The thing is that the families oftentimes won't fully accept you. And the other thing that you have to understand is that Indian men are actually quite spoiled. Their mothers do everything for them. And so you have to like, when you're engaging with them, you have to, if they're asking you to do all of this stuff, please understand he just wants a mother replacement. He doesn't really want a wife. So you have to be really cognizant of that. Yeah. Simply Kristen said, "I'm in Louisiana. Let's meet for drinks." Girl, we just might have to, girl. You got to let me know what the tea is, girl. Meow, thank you so much for the 12 roses. Chelsea said, "Thank you for the rose, Ruby." Yes, honey. Miss Lele Queenan, you keep it so real. Girl, you got to. You got to. Okay. I keep on losing my place because y'all have a lot to say tonight, just like I do. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let me see. Kunmi said, "Why is dating NYC so difficult?" Well, there are a lot of people in New York City. Yeah. I don't think it's difficult. I just think it takes a little bit of time to sift through, right? And so it just requires a bit of consistency. But the gag is that we have to have a strategy, ladies, if we want to date well. Many of us don't have a strategy, so we're kind of like flailing while we're dating, and that's not cute. It's like going into the deep end and you don't really know how to swim that well. No shade, and some of us still don't know how to swim that well, but we keep on telling people that we do know how to swim when you know that you don't. Don't do that in your dating life. You got to learn how to swim. You got to learn techniques. You got to learn how to do it, right? I have a course called the Dating Strategy Starter course. Check that out if you want to learn how to date. If you want coaching, deeper coaching, like going into those inner child wounds and healing and things like that, definitely book a call. I have like a group course a group program called the Get Your Guy Club. If you're someone who needs a bit more or wants or prefers more personalized attention, I have a VIP program as well. Yeah. Kyla said, hers is live, laugh, love. Oh, girl. I think we got to get more creative than that, girl. Come on now. Okay. Bellatrix said, mine is if he wanted to, he would. I know that's right. I know that's right, girl. Kayla said, like the live, let's get to 100K. Oh, we'll get there, girl. Y'all already at 57,000. Thank you so much. I love it. I love that so much. Thank you so much for the love. Love JSBP said, I love your content advice. Thank you so much. Why are men asking for your numbers and not texting? Because it's a game for them, honey. That's why, like, I don't want you taking these men seriously when they're asking for your number, especially when it's offline and it's like at a gas station or a Walmart, girl. Don't even talk to those guys, okay? Because for them, it's a challenge. They want to know how many numbers that they can get so that they can tell their boys, oh yeah, I'm talking to like 7 girls right now. They're on my job, blah, 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 blah. No, girl, don't do that. The People's Dog, what is the most common dating mistake you see with female physicians in their late 30s? Girl, that's a very specific question. Yeah? Here's what I know. I work with a lot of doctors, and I think that what they do, what has worked for them, like, they will approach their love life in the same way that they approached medical school. Right? All here. Not much here. That's not me coming for you, girl. It means I'm just like memorizing things. Okay, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. And it actually prevents you from being in the present moment and actually checking in with yourself and figuring out how you feel. And this is for doctors, but this can also be for just women of color in general, right? So that's what I would say to that. Yeah, okay. Coffee said, I wonder what happened with the finger eating date. So if you're in here, girl, okay, so this one girl last week said that she went on a date with a guy and the guy put her whole finger in his mouth. And so she said she was going out with him again. And we were kind of like, ooh, girl, we don't know about that one. But I think she went on the date, girl. So if you're here, girl, spill the truth, girl. Spill that tea, girl, because we are obviously very invested. Yeah? Girl, these men are wild, honey. If he wanted a hot dog, he should have just ordered it from the menu. Oh my gosh. See, y'all get me started, honey. That's what happens, honey. That girl got me started with the kinks, girl. That's what happened. Yeah? Bellatrix said, okay, Jennifer Holiday. She said she's staying. No, that's right. Chris Understood said, go ahead, Anwar. Latoya said, wild horses couldn't drag me away from this live. I know that's right, girl. Me too. Okay. One eye emoji says, have a crush on this Korean gamer nerd guy from school. I don't have any experience. And I'm plus size. Tips. Well, first of all, gamers love plus size girls. Forget what you heard. Girl, they love it, girl. So, girl, guess what? You gotta, I want you to learn a little bit about the games, girl, and then I want you to talk about games, and then I want you to ask him to show you how to play a game. That's how you get the gamers, girl. That's how you get the gamers. Oh, do you play this game? Oh, what games do you play? Oh, can you show me how to play that one? Before you know it, you're over at his house, girl. Or you're at an arcade on a date, right? Here's the thing about gamers. Once you're like in their presence, they're gonna fall in love with you. They are. And here's the thing. I don't like, you're putting plus size in here. Girl, the plus size, it doesn't matter. Girl, it's about the confidence. Like, you just, everywhere you go, you just have to own the place. Yeah? These men will fall in love with your confidence. And the gag is that men love curvier than sticks. Yeah? And if you don't believe me, just look at magazines. Men's magazines versus women's magazines. Girl, the, Marie Claire's and the Vogues are just like these girls. The Maxims, the other things, it's like these girls. Yeah? Ashlyn said, didn't someone say before you have a rich man laugh? I love your laugh too. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Yeah. Everybody got something to say about my laugh, girl, because it's wild. Unbridled, honey. What are your thoughts on poly men? Someone asked. I think that a lot of men, if they had their way, would want to be poly. Now, you will see a lot of poly men in Atlanta and in DC because the numbers, like you got 25, 30% more black women than black men. So a lot of these black men in these cities will go poly because the numbers are there for them. But other than that, I don't have any thoughts on them. But I just want you to be aware of, in some cities like this where the ratios are so different, you're going to see many more men that are poly because the numbers are there. Elizabeth said, and more help. I've been self-sabotaging my new relationship because of trust issues. Everybody's going to self-sabotage in the first month of their relationship. That's one of the things that I know for sure. This is why in my program, once my clients get their guy, I always support them for an extra month, even if they're at the end of their way. Because I know that first month, they're going to have a moment where they're going to go crazy and lose their mind, and their guy is going to have an insecure moment. And so to work through that is going to be the difference between having a relationship and not. Yeah. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Britt said, you're so funny, I love you. Thank you, girl. Bellatrix said, like Arabic men, then mama's all in the mix. Sure are, honey. User 230, thoughts on a guy inviting you out last minute? I don't do that. Because when he does last minute, oftentimes, like 50% of the time, it's because someone else said no and you're a replacement. Yeah? I just set a boundary. Oh my God, I would love to go, but unfortunately, I don't really take on last minute invites just because I have a busy schedule. But let me know like a day or two beforehand so that I can make sure that I can block out my calendar for another time for us to come together. Someone said, what's your attachment style? I don't really talk a lot about attachment styles because what I know is that when you're in a healthy relationship, that healthy relationship will make you will get you into a very secure attachment style. And that's what I want my clients and I want you all to focus on. That most of us, especially if you're a woman of color, you're going to have traumatic parts of you, healthy parts of you, and survival parts of you. And like my job is to make sure that we're converting those survival and traumatic parts into healthy parts. You're not going to do that all the way in dating. Please understand that there are parts of you that will heal in a relationship. Some of the girls are like, oh, like I got to get my life together before I date, and they're trying to be perfect and they're trying to be all healed. Don't do that, girl. You got to heal 50% of the way. Another quarter will be while you're dating. Another quarter will be when you're in the relationship. Yeah. My gosh. Y'all are talking so much, girl. I gotta scroll up, girl, because I feel like I'm missing everybody. Oh my God, y'all are gagging. Rote said, love these live sessions with you. I share this with my adult daughters. Good. I love that. Oben said, I just got off the phone with a man that offered to pray with me before I headed to bed. Marry him, right? Not yet, girl. See, this is how the Christian man get you, girl. They'll give you a cute little prayer, girl. Don't be fooled by the rocks that he's got. Yeah. Prayer is one thing. Anybody can say it. A ditty, girl. I could read you Dr. Seuss, girl, right? But it's really about how he shows up in his actions. The most praying men can often be the most narcissistic ones, right? I think a lot of women will get gagged on that. Like, oh my God, he's praying over me. Girl, the fact that he feels like he has to pray over you, sometimes a little bit of a concern, right? So let's just be in observation mode. Let's see. Yeah. This is important. Kayla said, how to go on more dates when a lot of these men ain't cute. Well, girl, date them at nighttime, girl. Or close your eyes. Right? Or, I don't know, girl. But here's the thing, and here's what I want y'all to know. You don't want to date a hot guy. I always tell the girls, the cheat code is date a mid guy, girl. Date a mid guy, girl. That's the cheat code. Y'all trying to date the quarterback on the varsity football team. And y'all need to be dating the guy that is the dork in the front row who's in your AP class. Yeah? Who's going to work for you, work hard, treat you right. Mid on looks, top on everything else. That's the cheat code. I don't make the rules, girl. I just follow them. You can believe me or not, right? But if you go for these hot guys, like many of you are, please understand, this is what Simone Biles is doing right now. She's going for the hot guy. And the hot guys want you to chase them. They don't want to do any work. They've had privileged lives. And oftentimes they're not really that great in bed. Some are, girl. I'm not going to lie to you. Some really are, girl. But most of them aren't. They don't want to do any work. They've never had to put in any work. The guys that are mid, they put in a lot of work because they're trying to compensate. Right? So you can listen to me or you don't have to. I'm trying to put you on game, girl. What I've learned in 14 years as being a dating coach. Ferris Teal said 14 years ago, what prompted you to start coaching? Well, here's the thing. I've always been coaching. Ever since I was in the playground, I was helping the boys talk to the girls talk to the boys. You know, I told you I was an athlete, right? So, girl, one recess, I would be hooping it up with the boys. The other recess, girl, I'd be double touching with the girls. Yeah? I've always been able to navigate both groups. And it wasn't until I had gone to an Ivy League institution to get my MBA. I had reached out to my former classmates, all these amazing Black women, and everything was going right for them except for their love life. And I was like, this is ridiculous. You're amazing. Like, girl, like me being the type A person that I am, I was just like, girl, we have to just get this taken care of. And so, like, I was like, I'm just going to take over your love life. And within a couple of months, they were in relationships. And within a couple of years, they were either engaged or married. And I was like, at that time, I was working for some top fashion companies, like managing billion-dollar budgets, things like that. And I was like, oh, that shit is stressing me out. And I actually really love doing this, and I'm really good at it. So I made the switch. Yeah. And got certified as a relationship coach and have been doing this work ever since. That's how I got into it. Okay, let me see what else y'all are talking about. Tracy said, I'm thinking about tennis lessons. Girl, I got a tennis lesson tomorrow, girl. Jocelyn said she needs an engineer. Girl, don't we all, honey? Don't we all? I always say engineers, girl, teachers, accountants, guys in tech, blue collar, girl. That's what I think. That's what I lean toward. All things new said my daughter got invited to a gaming convention. Good girl. She's about to get herself a nerd, girl. I know that's right. Chelsea said the most toxic men prefer sticks. I think so. I think it's because they want to feel like they can physically control them, but also I think it's because they have both like hyper masculine and hyper feminine energy. And that equals narcissistic energy. Yua said, "How do I make an approach on a guy in my MBA class?" Oh my god, great question, because I did this many times. Couple of things. Usually there'll be like a happy hour. That's when you want to start to talk to him a little bit more, or you can ask him for help in a certain class. Right? Hey, can I ask you? Like, I need some help on this. Can you look over my work and just see if I'm doing this right? And then that's another way that you can do it. A third way that you can do it is like after you do one of those two things and say, "Oh my god, I'm like right after that. Oh my god, I'm about to get like some coffee, or I'm about to get some lunch. Do you want to hang out?" And then you start talking about more personal things. And then before you know it, girl, you got yourself a little MBA husband, honey. John445 said, "As a mid-sized girl, it's always been the gamer, super nerdy, skinny men that show the interest the most." That's right. That's number one. If you mid-size, plus size, tall, lanky gamer. And then obviously the Black and Hispanic guys. And then the guys that are half your size or 20 years older than you, girl. Lonnie said, "If the man has mommy issues, should I run?" Yes. Yes. Please do. Run like it's PE class, girl. Indigo said the Gatorade bottle again. Yes, ma'am. So for the girls that don't know, that are new here, this is what I call my Dominican. Micah said that Gatorade bottle already represents something else. The girls who know, honey. And y'all are pervs, honey. No shade. Resting Snitch Face said, "Seattle is overrun with dudes, like 10 men to every woman. Come out here and help us." Girl, why do I have to help you? There are 10 men to every woman. Just like, okay, Seattle, Bay Area, and Austin. Those are like the three like more major cities that have actually more men than women. All of the other cities have more women than men. Erica said, I live for your videos." Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. Alicia said, "I love your content so much. Thank you." Thank you. I appreciate it. Kim K said, "How do we schedule one-on-one consultations?" In the link in my bio, there should be a selection to book a consultation call. You'll fill out an application, and if the application is approved, you'll see a calendar to book a consultation call. Okay? Second Star said, "My cutie was terrible in bed. My midi put in work every single time." I think you guys think I say things just for the gag. I'm really trying to put y'all on, honey. I really am. Lightning Bolt said, "How do you unlearn that I want to find man to get to the mid guy is great too?" Because what needs to happen is that you need to understand that like chemistry, those chemicals fade within 18 months. And that what matters, like you want to date for a relationship that's going to last 20, 30, 40 years. You can go out and have sex with a fine guy tonight. That doesn't mean anything. And it's probably going to be mid. Anyway, you want a guy that is going to put in the work, and the work looks like cooking and cleaning in the home. It's going to look like taking you to doctor's appointments when you're 60 plus, right? Those are the things that matters. It's going to mean driving you everywhere and not complaining about it. Because mid guys put in the work. They're used to working and not complaining. My partner, he never complains about anything. Never. And maybe it's his cold-ass Canadian behind, but he's not a complainer. You want a guy that doesn't complain. That's one of the things that you want to observe for when you're like having a date with a guy. If he's complaining about the weather, if he's complaining about work, he's going to complain for the rest of his life. Let somebody else hear those complaints, girl. You're not customer service. You hear me? Ha! K. Bruno said, white boy winter, now mid boy spring. I know that's right, girl. Spring is where, you know, the cherry blossoms come out, girl. So that's when I'm looking for my Asian men. That's where I'm going to Uniqlo, getting my boba, getting my karaoke, girl. Yes. So April, May, girl, when those cherry blossoms come out, girl, and those pink flowers flutter down in the wind, girl, that's when you gotta be looking for your Asian men, honey. Is anybody white boy wintering? Who has a white boy? You have a white boy. You have a white boy. You have a white boy. Everybody has a white boy. Yeah. Okay, Miss John Wick. Love the name, by the way. How do we watch out for being fetishized? Great question. I think that one of the things that I see is guys that will like fetishize you will often really talk about your physicality. So they'll talk about your skin tone. They'll do like that contrast. And they usually are like this white when they're doing that contrast, girl. Like, oh my God, look at the difference. The thing that you have to be aware of is like guys that will talk about your hair are really into you and oftentimes will not try to like fetishize you. The guys that are like talking about your lips or your nose or your skin tone, no. Girl, I used to live in Germany, girl, and some of those Germans, I told you they were kinky, right? Third Reich tea, girl. They would like, your skin smells different. I'd be like, girl, I just like didn't shower this morning. But like, girl, it feels different. Girl, they were all into it, girl. They were like, girl, they thought I was an alien, girl. And I gave them this, girl. I gave them that. Yeah, so that's how I know. Hopefully that's helpful. Lena said, well, you're great at what you do. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. S said, thoughts on the girl making the first move. It depends on how you make the first move, girl, right? Don't make the first move like some of these perv guys make the first move. That's not going to work. You hear me? Hey, baby, right? It's too much, right? You know, you can give green light, girl. You can, you know, first move doesn't often mean like you have to talk to them. You can, you know, give them eye, give them smile, give them tilt of the head, give them wave, right? That's also like, you know, starting something. You know, Michael said once, you want to be starting something. And that's what I'm going to tell you. You want to be starting something. You got to be starting something. Shantae said, where do you meet engineers? Hackathons, conventions, conferences, networking events. Kayla said, is this Q&A live? Yes, girl, but there's 900 of you and 1 of me, girl, so I'm a little bit behind. Brianna said, this man called me and said he can't be spending money on dates anymore. We started dating a month ago. Poverty. That's fine. You know what you say? Thank you so much. You know, I really appreciate and I admire the fact that you are so financially responsible. But I don't feel like connection anymore, and I want to wish you the best of luck. Yeah? me see what y'all are talking about. I gotta get this question all the time. Thoughts on military men? The nurse Mo. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. I have a lot of videos on this. A lot of PTSD. A lot of God complex. Sometimes violence. Emotional abuse. A lot of them, no shade, are on the DL. It's like, military is almost like a prison. And you know, like prisoners, they go in there and they're doing crazy stuff with each other. That's how the military men do it. Especially if they're in the Navy, girl. Don't get with a man in the Navy, girl. That's all I gotta say. Brandy said, wish I took your advice on Nigerian men. Interesting. I want to let you know I got a lot of shit for that video about Nigerian men. I mean, a lot. So please understand that sacrifices were made to share that tea with you. As my mentor Tyra Banks said, learn something from this. Learn something from that video. Yeah? Cat 24K, how do you get a guy who plays soccer? What do you mean get him? They have to get you. This is the wrong mentality. Yeah? I already know that you're in chaser. You're pursuing. You're in the masculine. If you're trying to get a guy. You have to be, you gotta get gotten. And that's an energy that we gotta learn. Yeah? Portia said, is 12 months too ambitious for a marriage timeline? I think that if you're 50 plus, no. I think if you're younger than 50, yes. You wanna see, I always say I think engagement around 18 months to 2 years. That's what you want to be aiming for. You want to see him how he shows up in a variety of different seasons. Girl, you could be having the best time and then he has crazy winter depression. Or he gets so happy-go-lucky during the summer and he can't control himself. You want to see him in all of the seasons, girl. Yeah? Kalin said, I had to let go of my Dominican man in the military for med school. Girl, Dominican plus military, double homicide. Girl, no good could have come up from it, girl. Now, if you had said Dominican ginger accountant, more positives than not so positives, girl. It's dating math, girl. It's dating math. Some are +1, some are +2s. Dominican is like a -2, no shade. And the girls who have dated Dominicans already know. And I'm being generous when I say -2, girl. The girls who have dated Dominicans, they will say -10. Like, in more than one way, girl. Okay. By the way, if you want to learn how to do this work in a very serious yet fun way, and like get your guy, definitely book a consultation call with me. The link is in my bio. I also have a link to my podcast in my bio. It's really good. I actually have a new episode coming out tomorrow with Coach Sheena. She is the owner, founder of Black Girls Heal. Amazing podcasts and work that she does around kind of love addiction. So that episode is going to be really good. So definitely check that out. And I also have a free training. Kush Kitten said, love your podcast. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. And thank y'all so much for the 100,000 likes. Y'all really on your like tip, honey. Chloe said, Simon and Portia Chow. Is he Nigerian? Tex Reed said, I work with the military. Their testosterone be so high, they rub it on each other. I know. And all those men in one place, girl, I know they got to tear something up, girl. It's too much, girl. When you have all that testosterone in one place, girl, it is like, it becomes exponential, girl. And they gotta let it go. Some way, somehow. Glam Tam Tam said, is it still up? It sure is, girl. Girl, I only take videos down if it's like triggering to women. If it's triggering to men, I keep it up, girl, because I don't care about them. Yeah. User 260, thank you for that Nigerian tea. Anytime, girl, anytime. Sam said, I was wondering how you were after you posted that video. Oh, girl, I was good. I'm good. It went viral everywhere. But like, I don't really listen to men. So, I'm always really focused on, because I've done some videos that have like really triggered women, and those are the videos that I take down. Like I did one about like attractiveness ratings, and that was something that like women did not feel good about, and so I took it down because that definitely is not my intention. Eclectic said that video went viral on Twitter. Yes, girl. IG, Twitter, Reddit, everywhere. Chelsea said, but the Nigerian ladies came in strong and backed you up in the comments. And I saw that and I love that. Because I know what I'm talking about. The men were mad. I put all their game out, girl. They didn't like that. Rosville said, guys in recovery, I think that they've got to focus on themselves. And if they are focusing on themselves, they can't focus on you. And in your relationship, you've got to be the focus. That's how I think about it. Portia said, you should do ASMR on YouTube. Maybe ASMR dating mantras. You'd get crazy views. What do you mean? Don't go out with that loser. He's packing. Like that, girl? Like that? Let me see what y'all are talking about. So Mar, what's your opinion on mama's boys? Leave them with their mamas, girl. He will always put his mother before you. And there's a moment in a man's life where he has to put his wife before his mother. And those men often are not able to do that. Because their relationship is actually one where oftentimes a mama's boy has become a surrogate partner for the mother. Yeah. Jazzy said, where to go in Montreal to find men? Well, you know I live in Montreal, girl. Don't be going to Montreal Nord, girl. You want to go to South Montreal, or you want to come to West Montreal where we live, honey? Joy said, you're telling me I had a Jamaican and military. Jamaican, -3 points. Military, -2 points. I think I might need to do a video on this dating math, honey. Because here's the thing. You want a man that has at least 5 points or more. Yeah? It will help you tremendously. What are the positives? Like I said before, some of the professions get 1 to 3 points. Some of the nationalities, because of the cultures, might get negative points, girl. Yeah, I guess I have to do another video. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Dolce Sue said, as a Dominican, you're right. Uh-oh. Someone said minus 100,000 points for the Dominican. Girl, who hurt you? It was a Dominican? I'm sorry. Thank y'all so much for the 110,000 likes. Y'all are the MVPs, honey. MJ said, thoughts on sleeping together before officially dating? You're grown, so you get to do whatever you want. I think that when you do that, you will tremendously affect the courtship. He will not have any incentive to want to commit to you because you're already, everything that you're doing is already giving girlfriend without the commitment, and which means without the emotional responsibility. Also, when you sleep with a man, his vasopressin, his bonding chemical, will lower and he will actually feel less connected to you. Whereas as a woman, your testosterone and your bonding hormone, right, your oxytocin, your dopamine, it'll increase and you will feel chemically bonded to this man. That's why all of us have friends that are completely stigmatized with one guy and he's not doing anything, and everybody knows it, including her, but she can't do anything about it because she is chemically bonded to that man. We all know that. Teru said, I listened to the podcast, The Narcissistic Mom, Brother, and Family. I was blown away. Thank you. Tanya said estrogen. No, women also have testosterone. And what happens is that their testosterone will come out in different parts of the courtship and even in love. So like, for example, a woman's testosterone will increase when she falls in love. That's why you will feel invincible. That's why you will feel like on top of the world, like you can do anything. When a man falls in love, his testosterone decreases, and that's where he feels most vulnerable, most weak, and he's scared to fall in love. That's why when he's about to actually become exclusive with you, he will step away for a little bit to understand, to figure out, can I live my life at this level of testosterone? Yeah? Yeah. Someone's asking about where's the Nigerian video. It is probably like my third most recent video. Yeah, so that's what happens when men and women fall in love. They have different experiences. Hope that's helpful for y'all. Renaissance Queen said, what about ginger men? Girl, love it. Girl, the redheads love black women. If you see a redhead, jump on him. I always said, if you see red, take him to bed. They love it, girl. They love it. They're into it. You better get into it too. Valerie said, I just came to say that you are beautiful. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. Someone said, what's the views on dating Puerto Rican men? I think it's Dominican light. That's all I gotta say with that. Mamma Mia's, after our first date, his mom died. Should I let him go? Let him do what he needs to do, girl. Diamond said, I feel like most men are DL. I think that most men love and are looking for acceptance from other men. It's like the alpha pack stuff, right? Like they're always trying to gain approval from the alpha. And if y'all watch Twilight, you know all about that dog tea, that wolf tea. It's really like that whole wolf tea, that's exactly how it is with men. A lot of men don't like women, but society tells them that they have to be with them because they don't understand women, just like you don't understand, many of the women don't understand men. So, yeah, I think actually men love men more than they love women on the whole, because most of the men are single. I think like 60% of men are single at this point, which is like the highest it's ever been. It's crazy. Diamond said, I feel like most men are DL. I wouldn't say most men, but more than you might think. Mrs. Sunny said, spill on the Jamaicans, please. So, what I know is that Jamaicans are similar to Nigerians. And someone said this in my live. So this isn't coming directly from me, but I agree with it. But they don't have the money that the Nigerians have, and they don't have the provider mindset that the Nigerians have. Yeah. Divine said, give us the point system, and I guess I'm gonna have to give you that system, that scoring system. Risa said, I just watched a Samoan lady video confirm what you said. Samoans are not packing, girl, and that's okay. That's okay. Beautiful men. Beautiful masculine men. But Ken dolls. For the girls who like to play with the dolls, girl, if you love Barbies, girl, you'll love a Samoan. Jojo Mojo, thank you so much for the rose. While I'm scrolling, if anyone is interested in doing and learning more about what it looks like to work with me, definitely click the link in my bio. There are free trainings. There's a link to book the consultation call if you're interested in that, to work together. I also have, I think, a link to my weekly Sunday newsletter and a link to my podcast. So definitely subscribe to my podcast if you're interested in like learning more about like how I think about love, dating, relationships, and men. We'll go from there. Sweetness said, your videos have helped me learn. I need to step outside of my race, so limited with just black men. I think we date everybody. And we see who wins. Like Hunger Games. Yeah. Let them fight against each other. I was just talking to one of my clients, and she was saying, what do I tell one guy if he says, am I dating other people? Tell him you're dating other people. Tell him you're single until you're in an exclusive relationship. Inspire them to want to get committed to you. The guys that want you will do anything and everything that they can to snatch you up. Guys that are intimidated, that don't feel like they can compete, they'll piddle away. Queen Somar said, you be eating when you answer these questions, hunty. Girl, I try my best. I just try to tell you what I know, honey. Right? Hold on. I need to drink a little bit of my Dominican. My thirst has been quenched. Someone asked, did you meet your husband on the job? No, girl. I met my husband online on No Shade Girl, a pervy gay site, girl, that I don't even know is alive anymore. And the gag is that when we started talking, I was not even in a place that I was open for a relationship. I had a lot of self work that I needed to do because I just thought I was just better than everybody else. And I thought that my shit did not stink. And I didn't trust men. I thought that they were losers and lames and pervs and not reliable. But that was my, like, father issues that I had to heal within myself. Because my dad abandoned me when I was in 4th grade. So I had to get right with that and heal that wound before I could really open myself up to men in general. And I'm sharing all of this with you because there may be work that you need to do to get ready for the best relationship of your life. And, you know, however crazy it sounds, it was like being able to take care of other people and other things. So I got dogs that like opened up my heart, you know, and then my children came along that opened up my heart, that made me ready for this relationship. That has been one of the best things to happen to me in this world. Yeah. So I share all of that not to be messy, but to let you know that everybody has something. And if you're not actively working on your stuff, you're gonna stay stuck in your love life. That's why my program is really about deeper healing. I could do what some of these other girls do and just tell you to text him this so that he'll do that. Your shit's still gonna come up, and it's actually gonna be intensified when you're in a relationship. You can manipulate your way into any relationship. That's easy, but to have the healthiest relationship of your life takes a lot of work. Yeah. Sabi said, tips on being new in a new city, no local friends yet, working from home, so it's a bit awkward going out by myself to meet men. I go to networking but don't have a local girl tribe to go with me. You know what the gag is? Go to a speed dating event. My girls, they always meet other girls there. You will meet more women than men there. Get some numbers of the girls, and so then now you have girls to go out with. Yeah. Also, if you're somewhat athletic, join an intramural co-ed team. To motivate, said Amwar, we love you. Thank you, girl. Southern Salsera said, y'all are killing us thinner girls. Who is killing the thinner girls? Y'all killing yourselves, no shade, girl. Better eat something, as my southern ancestors would say. No, I'm kidding. Sometimes, you know, these people, they'll try to cut your live off, honey, if you say things that they don't like. What do you mean exactly? um, uh, oh my gosh, y'all are killing me. I can't say anything on this place, honey. Blue Moon said, where do you even find them Samoan Ken dolls? Girl, the Samoans all their kids play high school football, girl, or Little League football. So anytime you go to a football game, Friday night, Saturday morning, they'll be there. Some of them also do wrestling, so they'll be there. Lucky Me said, I'll be disappointed to know The Rock got a Kendall remote. Girl, if you watch the WWE and you see what he's got packing, girls, this is a little hump like this, girl, in his little trunks. Little hump, girl. Not much, girl. That's why it says Ken doll realness. Suzu said, what's your podcast name? Get Your Guy Coaching. Yeah. Layla said he's not okay with the age gap, but he's still flirting. What do I do? Well, what is the age gap? And if he's telling you what you need to know, he's not going to take you seriously. So move to somebody that does. Sarah Dazzle said, you add so much value. Thank you, girl. I just try to tell you what I can. I try to share with you the tea, and hopefully my free stuff is more valuable than people's paid stuff. That's my objective. Honey, I want to put them all to shame, honey. Because most of these people don't actually know, like, they know about 30% of what they need to know. Just said team too much. Yeah, why? Why, girl? You never got thirsty? You never got thirsty, girl? Let me cross my legs, girl, before something falls out. Lindy said, oh gosh, you have a ton of followers. Ah, I love that. Des said, what's his race? My partner's? He is as white as this mouse. He is as white as this AirPods holder. And he is as white as this candle. White. White. As white as the snow here in Canada, honey. Ooh. So cold. So nasty and so rude. So white and so white. Tara said, please let me see your t-shirt. You know what I know about the WWE and the wrestling, girl? This is the Macho Man. I used to watch wrestling when I was a kid. That's why I'm so animated, girl. Just a caricature of my own self. Yeah. Mac Musa said, The Rock has a pebble. I know, girl. I know that's right. Diamond said, but he half black, girl. Doesn't matter, girl. It's about the genes, girl. And if you're a mama's boy, then you're gonna get more of your mama's genes. And he a mama's boy with that Samoan mother, girl. Ari said, I noticed that about The Rock a long time ago. It's me, Kim said, and where are you going in? Am I? I feel like I'm just telling T. I feel like I'm going in and out, in and out. Like, you know how you used to do when you were a kid in the summertime, going in and out of the house, and your grandma would tell you, if you come in and out one more time, you staying in the house? I'm just going in and out, in and out. User 287 said, you always eating them up. No, girl, I am upset with them because they really are it, except for that. Hannah said, Hannah Niluo, it's been so long since I've caught you live. Girl, I guess TikTok is finally opening me up to more people. Slowly getting out of TikTok jail. D said, quiet as it's kept, the mixed ones give King doll. Mm-hmm. Well, if they got a white mama, yeah, probably. Resting snitch face said, laugh so loud my neighbors heard me. Oh, girl. Jojo Mojo said, I'm now dating a Mexican thanks to you and I'm being treated like a queen. No, girl. Now that you're dating a Mexican, you say that you're being treated like a reina. Yes, honey. Yes. I know that's right. Kamiran said, most of these gurus are out here just loud and wrong But Amor has all the tea, okay? Girl, I'm not perfect, but I just try to share with you what I know. Yeah. So Marza, you making me laugh today, Anwar. Glam Tam said, is a Nigerian video here or IG? Girl, it's everywhere. I haven't taken it down. I'm wearing like a light brown top, and it has an ethnic pocket. Because, 23andMe said that I'm like 25% Nigerian, so I felt like I could speak on the subject, at least a quarter of the way. Renaissance Queen said, you are roasting and reading tonight. Am I? I feel like I'm literally just talking. Yes, honey. Tonya said, my husband is Casper the ghost, honey. Yes. So white, he is ethereal, girl. See-through. White. Lindy said, you are so calming to me and my kitty. Girl, go somewhere with that. Mm-mm. 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 Yes, honey. Bellatrix said, pure as the driven white snow. That's how pure my husband is, honey. Yeah, he's white girl. Hannah said, how come you live in Canada and not the U.S.? So my partner is Canadian, and we were living in the San Francisco Bay Area, and then we just wanted to raise our kids in a wholesome environment. Little slow down, girl. Also, it was like really expensive to live there, and like Montreal is like a third of the price of San Francisco. And we had little kids at that time, and we weren't even experiencing the San Francisco culture. So I was like, let's just go here. 80 said, you about to make me choke on my food. Why, girl? Because my partner is white? Is that why? Bradley said, Anwar is that girl. Am I? Am I? Sweetness said, we love you. Thank you, girl. Sarah Dazzle said, how is Canada? Cold? That's why in the wintertime I gotta go somewhere every month, or I'm getting that seasonal depression, girl. I can't. Girl, sometimes in the wintertime I just put on my Spotify, girl, or on TikTok, girl, and I just have the waves crashing, girl. Make my ass pretend I'm at the beach, girl, because I'm a Cali girl. If you don't hear this Valley girl voice, I'm Southern California all day, every day. So, girl, I gotta have something. I gotta be near water. I need sun. This skin needs sun, or it will die. Y'all know. Hannah said, do you have dual citizenship? Girl, what the fuck? Is this a fucking citizenship interview, girl? Why you got all these questions? Damn. Can I live? Shit. Vanessa said, yummy cracking up tonight. Yes, girl. Conscious Beautiful said, your lives are always lit. I try, girl. We try to have fun, honey. We try to spill it. Falana said, so The Rock hasn't any? I don't know, girl. Some of these men who be working out, girl, I don't know if they're straining so much that it just goes inside, girl, but it shrinks, girl. I don't know. Makata said, are wealthy men smaller? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think they run the full gamut. Angelique said, maybe Samoans can get a BBD like Drake. I hope so. Girl, then they would add a couple points, girl. They would get a couple points to their rating, girl. Their scoring system. Girl, that Drake video, girl, don't believe it, girl. The girls that I know that have hooked up with Drake, they tell me it's pink like this cup, girl. They tell me it's pink like that, honey. So all that dark meat, girl, Thanksgiving turkey meat, girl, that you saw, girl, that's fakeroo, girl. So Mars said, my Mexican boyfriend be taking great care of me. I know that's right, girl. He working hard, honey. I love it. Y'all giving me life when you tell me about all of these men that are treating you like queens. This is exactly why I do what I do. I want all y'all to just be treated like the queens that you are. Yeah. Someone was talking about intuition. I want to let y'all know your intuition is always right. That's it. That's all you got to know. And your job is to be in touch with that. And the way that you're in touch with that is by being in touch with your feelings. And one of the reasons why I'm a dating coach for Black and brown women is because when you're raised, you are taught not to be in touch with your feelings. So like part of my job is just getting you there so that you can be fully aligned with your intuition and through that know how to navigate this. B. Emerson said, so glad I found you. You're the best. Thanks for everything. Tana Sells Houston. Okay, what did I miss? Why do you call Gatorade Dominican? See, some of the girls, they've been here, they know this, but the gag is that Dominicans look like this. If you don't know, now you know. So anytime I'm drinking a Gatorade and the girls see me, they know that I'm having a little bit of my Dominican. Miami said, oh, I love that you have a beautiful family. Thank you. I love that too. Miss Nolo said, yes, baby, you are that girl. Thank you, girl. So who is packing that we sleeping on? Oh, that's a good question. I think the Saudis. Yeah, I think the Saudis. Girl, ever since Desert Storm, girl. Girl. Yeah, the Saudis, girl. They're packing. Yeah. I think you guys know that Northern African is also there. They're there, girl. Right. He said, out my business. Girl, some of these girls really want to be all up in my business. I know, girl. The Kathleen said, ISIS watching, girl. Honey. AD said, yes, you are showing out tonight, honey. I love it. But am I showing in? That's the question. Cherish said, y'all hop off my fairy god brother. I know that's right, girl. You better protect me, girl. Oh, yeah, girl. Molly said it's the roids. No, yeah. Part of it's the roids, girl. Why it shrinks. But I think it's also, girl, they strain it so much, girl. Girl, just like that. You know when you're opening that jar and it gives you that little... Just like that, girl. Oh, he said Drake is long in his video, but too thin. It's giving drink straw. Well, girl, it depends what kind of drink straw it is, girl. If you give me one of those paper ones to try to save the planet, girl, I say no to it. But if you give me a hard plastic one that stays hard forever, girl, beggars can't be choosers. And I'm looking at you, some of the celibate girls. I'm looking at you, some of the girls who haven't gotten it in for a while. Yeah? I'm joking. Chi said, you have all the colors just sitting on your desk. Girl, I'm gay, girl. We got colors galore. Colors. 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 Unbothered said, I'm currently in Canada and the white men here don't like us black girls. Most of Canada isn't really checking for the black girls like that. I will say that Montreal is a little bit different than the rest of Canada. I know, girl. Twinning said that was satisfying. That's why I have it on my desk, girl. So when I'm thinking, girl, y'all, this is part of my dating ASMR. Don't get with that guy. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm not talking about this Risa Tessa thing, girl. Risa Tisa. Glam Tam Tam said, let me book a quick trip to Dubai and Middle East. I know that's right, girl. Chichi said, how about the Colombians? Packing, girl. But you misspelled it. You have to spell it with an O, girl. They'll get on you for that, girl. But just remember, girl, if you ever forget how to spell Colombians, like the country, remember those O's. That is exactly how they will leave you. Just like this, girl. Just like that. Angelique said, not Anwar having flashbacks about Saudis. Girl, I could have been a prince. I could have been a prince in my former life, girl. I've had lives, honey. I've had lives. Leah asked, Russian, Eastern European men, are they packing? I think Eastern European men are. I've heard that Russians are. It's just the Russians that I've been with have never been. But maybe that's because maybe the Russian guys that like black guys aren't packing. But that's a whole nother story. Jamia Love said, I just got on, Mr. White. Girl, catch up. Catch up, girl. You late to class, girl. Get somebody else's notes, girl. So was like, oop, look at that clock. Yoshi said, it's abstinent, not celibate. Some of these girls are doing both. Yeah? Some of these girls, and this is no shade, some of the girls who decide to be celibate, it's either because they've been having relations in ways that they don't really want to or feel like it's affecting them, or they're like, Well, I'm not doing it anyway, so why don't I just call myself this? And that's okay too. No shade. We're all family here. Some of us said not by choice. I know that's right, girl. Drea said, stop judging the celibate girls. No judgment here, girl. I was celibate yesterday, girl. Let me see what you're talking about. Molly said Toronto is so rough for everyone, especially us brown girls. Do I need to go to Montreal? I think you'll have a better chance. Yoshi said, I almost spit out my protein shake while you were talking about Colombians. Girl, why are you drinking protein shakes this late at night, girl? That's my question. Falada said, ooh, Colombians. Note-taking emoji. I know that's right. Alexa Amber, you are loosey-goosey tonight. Now I can't look at straws the same, nor the letter O. Girl, think of me as the new Sesame Street, and you just learned about the letter O. You hear me? She said, oh, just came back from the gym. Gotta get my protein in. Girl, you better than me, girl. Better than me. All right, I'm gonna go because I have a tennis lesson in the morning and I need my beauty sleep. Y'all gagging. Honey, I was celibate yesterday. Some of y'all not the only ones that can be celibate, honey. Have a good night, everyone. I hope that this was helpful. I hope this was fun. I hope this was informative. If you want to learn how to work with me, definitely book a consultation call. The link is in my bio. But if not, that's fine too. I'm not like people who want to work with me, great. If not, keep on coming to these lives. And listen to my podcast. It's called the Get Your Guy Coaching Podcast. Yeah. And we'll go from there. How does that sound, ladies? Sound good? All right, loves, be well. Bye-bye. Thank you all so much for the 140,000 likes. That's amazing. It's insanity. Yeah.